துணைவேந்தர் சூரப்பா செய்தியாளர்களை சேர்த்து வருகிறார்.
Did not have an institution which was within 100 in the international ranking. Then President of India, Mr. Mukherjee, and at that time took a strong interest how to get our institution to become a world ranking institutions, that is within 100. And MHRD came out with a plan, invited proposals where they defined what the concept of the Institute of Eminence, which they would like to grant to the selected number of institutions in India, okay, on invited proposals. And more than 120 institutions submitted their applications for the state of Institute of Eminence. Okay, these institutions included both the state universities, the central universities, IITs, and the private institutions. Okay, and in the 2017, our Anna University team worked very hard. They made a proposal. Okay, submitted a proposal, both academic proposal and the financial component. Okay, in the 2017. At that time, the university did not have a vice chancellor. Then the conveners committee, headed by the Sunil Palifal, who also happened to be the secretary for higher education, principal secretary at that time. So, the combination of the higher education department and the university team, all the deans and the professors, etc. department, they submitted a proposal which included the present strength of the Anna University, existing strength, and how they would want to take it to the next higher level, okay, and what is the kind of a financial resources they have, and they submitted a proposal officially. Okay, it was transmitted to the Minister of Higher Education by, this is the document which was signed by the at that time by the Principal Secretary of Higher Education. So this is the document submitted officially through the approval of the government of Tamil Nadu. I understand that is through the Higher Education Department at that time. Okay, he forwarded this document to the MHRD. Okay, so it has gone through official channel what the university submitted the proposal. Okay, this is one. Now, before moving into the more details, this Institute of Eminence is just a mega research funding scheme. This will not alter the administrative structure of the institution. This is under this scheme, MHRD is supposed to grant 1,000 crores over a period of 5 years to these selected institutions when they select, and this money could be utilized to enhance that research infrastructure, teaching infrastructure, learning infrastructure, innovation, to start new disciplinary sciences, and fund the fellowship to the faculty training and the students to travel abroad, to get the people from abroad. Okay, so that effectively whatever we are doing it until now, that level of competence in the university in teaching, learning, research, innovation, and starting a new cutting edge and enhancing the capabilities of our faculty members and the students, and getting the foreign faculty from abroad, okay, so they can teach, they can guide. So this is the whole objective, and no change in the administrative structure. So this money to be utilized only for that purpose. Okay, university. Now we submitted the proposal sometime after I joined in 2018. I joined in April. Okay, at that they selected some institutions. They have out of 100 odd, I don't know, they have interviewed everybody. I think they may be possible. So that presentation of the documentary, that's a paper that we had submitted, was to be presented to the empowered committee, high empowered committee, headed by the Mr. Gopal Swamy, the Chief Election Commissioner, and other 3 experts. So that was the committee which was to listen to this presentation by the various heads of these institutions who had submitted. So I made a presentation sometime in October or so, if I remember correctly, 2018. I was at that time, I was here, I joined here by that time, I was here. So I went there along with my team on this document, we made a slides of the things. I was given 10 minutes of time to make a presentation, but after listening to my presentation in 7 minutes, they said, okay, fine, everything is fine. Okay, so then after presentation, we came back. They announced the first list of Institute of Eminence selection for about, I think, 5 or 6 institutions, all, in the IITs. They selected that one. And I think in the same selection, they also announced private institutions, some number of, I think, Reliance, Manipal and things like that. So what they decided was, the committee, MHRD, High Empowered Committee decided, they will award Institute of Eminence status to the 10 institutions in the public sector, 10 in the private sector. But total number in the first announcement, they did not select 10 plus 10. They selected 5 or 6 in the public sector, most of them are IITs, okay, and some other few in the private sector. They went through a second batch of announcement, made a decision after some time from here. In that second batch, I think they selected again, I think 4 or 5 in the public sector and some more in the private sector. So in the second list, in addition to adding some more IITs and the central institutions, central universities, okay, in the public sector, they selected Anna University and Jadavpur University for this Institute of Eminence. So these are the only 2 universities to be selected, okay, out of 10 in the entire country, which remaining 8 were the centrally funded institutions, IITs and the central universities. Okay. Now, after that, they wrote me a letter. Okay, they wrote a letter to me and to the government. You have been selected for this one, and in the proposal that you have indicated financial requirements, you please come out. You give the financial breakdown. How we can sustain that the Institute of Eminence, which where in addition to the 1,000 crores, our component.
அண்ணா பல்கலைக்கழகம் சீர்மிகு பல்கலைக்கழகத்திற்கான அந்தஸ்து பெறுவதற்காக விண்ணப்பிக்கப்பட்ட முறைகளையும் அதற்காக கிடைக்கப்பெற்ற அந்த பட்டியல் தொடர்பான விவரங்களையும் துணைவேந்தர் சூரப்பா வழங்க கேட்டோம்.